aside from financials, in terms of individual stocks, what do you have your eyes on in 2019?
Thanks, Chris, for that. I think one that I think is just set up to do well, again, it's on a much larger size, is Alphabet, the Google parent business. Just when you think about all that they are in and where they are taking that business, obviously search and advertising, online advertising continues to be the huge driver, but they're involved in so many other investments they're making. It's a $750 billion business. They have about $100 billion in cash. They're making all kinds of investments. Their YouTube business continues to grow, and I think is probably more profitable than what we're seeing. Online advertising will continue to evolve and grow. Obviously, a company that size has some struggles when it comes to regulatory concerns. The online advertising market, while it's evolving, is under some pressure, as we saw with the likes of Facebook when it comes to privacy issues and what that might mean for the online advertising business. But I just like what is going on at Alphabet with the way that they've structured that business with Google and the other businesses and the investments they're making in other businesses. And the stock is really not that expensive. So it's one that I like. Now, on the financial side, picking back to the financial one, a non-bank that I like is MarketAxess, which operates the largest online bond trading platform in the
Wow, that sounds
country.
sexy.
It is. Well,
Sorry.
You know, they are basically trying to democratize and open up bond trading, much like you've seen with platforms and discount brokerages on the stock side. Is much more complex. It's much more done old school through phones or text messages or emails when you're trying to match up buyers and sellers of corporate bonds and sovereign bonds and lots of other fixed instrument investments. And they're the market leader. They have the largest market share when it comes to online bond trading. That's a growing market. They're led by their founder and CEO, who's the largest individual share owner, Rich McVeigh. It's extremely profitable. The returns on capital are exceptional. They're growing, and I expect that market to continue to evolve and improve over the next few years. And so MarketAxess is one stock that I like this year and beyond.
Just to go back to Alphabet for a second, obviously the FANG stocks have dominated media coverage for so long.
Yes. It
is interesting to see with the pullback that we saw over the last couple of months, a company like Amazon, which is still, even with, the focus is on, well, they're down from their highs. Well, they are, but over the past 12 months, it's a stock that's still up about 30%. Whereas in the case of Alphabet, Alphabet's basically flat from a year ago.
The stock really has, it just basically kind of treaded water here a little bit. And that's one reason why it sells, at somewhere in the 15, 18 times earnings when you think about the amount of cash flow they generate and where they can put those investments into. Now they have to make money on those investments over the long term, and I think they will. So I think that's a kind of company you can, again, it's a very large company, and it's widely owned. But I think that's a business that you can own and be comfortable with when you look at the next few years, regardless of what's going to happen to the stock market in the short term.